Patrick Mahomes led the Chiefs on a historic comeback against the Texans yesterday, down at 24 points. Kansas City reeled off 41 unanswered points that included 4 passing touchdowns by Mahomes in the second quarter alone. The Chiefs went on to win 51-31 and became the first team ever to win by 20 points after trailing by 20 in the playoffs. Wow. Shannon, who deserves the most blame for the Texans blowing a 24-point lead?
Skip, my guy. Just think I got 15 more years to that guy. My guy. Your guy done. My guy.
You didn't love him before the draft.
No, don't do that. Skip, there you go.
How can you jump on a bandwagon after he starts to play great?
I just want to know the people that love Tom Brady before the draft.
Why do you keep bringing up Tom Brady? I thought he was out of the playoffs.
No, because what you try to do.
His rule.
See, what you try to do to me is that you try to minimize or try to take my guy away because I wasn't the pre-draft. Hell, I ain't Mel Kiper. I ain't supposed to know who this kid is, but he my guy now. But anyway, Skip.
We had him on the show. You don't know who he is? He sat right there.
No, I knew who he was.
Oh.
I watched him throw for almost 800 yards against Oklahoma. Skip,
so why didn't you say he's going to be all-time great before the draft? You're in the Hall of Fame? I don't know. Just say it.
Skip, you interrupted me. It's my turn. Thank you.
Okay.
I think the biggest turning point of this ball game happened when Bill O'Brien went for it on that fake punt. Skip, what I don't understand, you wouldn't go for it on 4th and 1, but you're going to go for it on 4th and 4. Now, maybe, Skip, had the Chiefs not just scored, I could co-sign it maybe a little further down the field. Maybe if you're at midfield, Skip, maybe if you're in your side of the territory, I get it. Now, mind you, they had just scored a touchdown. I was very fortunate to be on teams that won 3 Super Bowls, Skip. In 2 of those Super Bowls, we've had to take the show on the road. The one thing that I can absolutely say for certainty, the longer you can keep the home crowd at bay, the better your chances are of winning, especially in that building. Because one of the Super Bowls that we won, we had to go there to do it. And they get to rocking. So you go for it. The last thing you want to do, Skip, you try to make the Kansas City Chiefs offense, you try to make them go the long way, and you don't give up big plays. So if we can make them go 10, 12 plays, as opposed to the 1 to 2, 3 quick strike to those speedsters, we got a great chance. They score. It's 24-7. You put them on a short field. I think they faked the punt. It was at the 31. They score again. Now it's 24-14. Skip, they kick the ball off and the dude fumbles. All hell break loose. You know at that point, I don't think a person in the world that was watching this game thought the Texans would win this game from that point on. It was over. It was over. Once that dude get a rhythm, it was over, Skip. We've never seen anything like this. 7 straight possessions, you get points. 6 of them was 7 of them was touchdowns. No, you don't do that. That's unheard of. And Bill O'Brien, I'll get back to you in a minute. I want to talk about my homeboy and his greatness.
Gotta hurry, the show's about over.
Yeah, 24, I mean, you're down 24 points. Normally 24 points, you're like, man, we got to methodically get our way back into this ball game. Hopefully get to the 3rd or 4th quarter, we can make it a game. In 9.5 minutes, he erased it. He said,
so why did you fault Bill O'Brien? Because I thought you would just say, well, it was Mahomes anyway, and it wouldn't have mattered whether he went for it or didn't go for it.
No, Skip. You got the momentum. The last thing you want to do, keep the crowd at bay. What was the Titans able to do to the Ravens? They kept the crowd at bay. The crowd was just answering. Come on, Lamar, give us something to get into it. Come on, Lamar. Skip, you're up 24-0. You're up 24-7. Punt the ball. Don't give that guy no short field. You gave him a short field and he got confidence. Boom. Now, I'm not so sure it would even gotten to that with all those drop passes. My homeboy was supposed to have 400. But they were dropping passes left and right.
Early they were.
Can Robinson, I just want to know, can Marcus Robinson catch? I just need to know. Travis Kelce dropped some early. That gave them, because it wasn't anything the Texans defense was doing. It was that they were 3rd down getting drops. But Skip, you can't, a momentum swing like that, Skip, you can't do it. You can't do a momentum swing like that. Yes, Mahomes is all-time great. We knew that. That's why I said Lamar Jackson's the MVP. But I'm not taking a quarterback currently playing Brady, Rodgers, Lamar, Russell. I'm not taking a quarterback over that guy.
The guy who lost 2 home games this year.
He lost 2 of them. But what'd he do? How many home games did Brady lose?
And Mahomes also lost at Tennessee. That's interesting.
We'll see.
That is
How many cases do we got on this?
We'll see.
Hey, how many cases do we got?
Well, you front run, don't you? Yeah.
Hold on, Jenny. If you don't mind me asking, if we go back and pull the tapes, who is my Super Bowl pick? Who is my Super Bowl representative?
Oh, okay.
Who is my Super Bowl representative?
Somebody had to remind you because you switched so often during the season that you said, "Oh yeah, I did pick them. I forgot I picked the Chiefs."
Skip, don't do that, Skip.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
That's my team.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're still alive.
Yeah.
You didn't say a word about it the whole year.
I don't need to talk about it. It's done. It's done.
I had forgotten to be.
Yeah.
The Eagles and the Chiefs, right?
A good
other
minister, every time he preaches a sermon, don't mention the 10 Commandments. They etched in stone. I don't need to keep bringing up my homeboy and how I feel about him and what I thought they were going to be in 2019.
A lot of ministers mention the 10 Commandments, actually.
Not every sermon.
Well, not every.
I don't need to mention
Supposed to be a given.
Yeah, you're supposed to know.
Okay, tell me when it's my
It's your turn.
Thank you. So, as anybody knows who has watched this show at any point, here or at the other network, I am not a Bill O'Brien fan. Never have been, never will be. Sorry. I've met him at ESPN. He seems like a nice enough guy. I think he's a decent offensive coordinator who wound up with a talented football team as the CEO of that team, and it's never been very good. To the point that it should have been, because he's got a quarterback who I believe is the equal of that quarterback.
Not equal to,
yes,
but he's good.
He's
not
really good. And if he could play with that track squad that they got in Kansas City, it would be very different. If he could play for Andy Reid, it would be very different.
But he has Hopkins. He has Fuller. You make it seem like they're steals. They're not slouches.
He doesn't have Kelsey. That's who he doesn't have. And that's your ultimate security blanket. And trust me, Kelsey is at least as important to Mahomes as Ertz was to Wentz.
Yes.
Because it is, when in doubt, I'm just looking for him. I'm looking for, what is he, 87, right? Look for 87, not 84. Anybody could look for 84 back in the day. Look for 87. So the point is this, that to me, Deshaun saved Bill O'Brien's job a weekend ago against Buffalo.
Winning that.
With that escape, that great escape. I think it saved Bill O'Brien's job because a loss in that game would have made him 1-4 in the postseason. And the one was against Jack Del Rio's Oakland Raiders at Houston. They beat him 27-14. So I'm not going to give him a lot of credit for that. And that was with Brock Osweiler at quarterback, not Deshaun. Okay, so the point is, they came out aggressively, and I don't know how much to credit Bill O'Brien for the play that they ran on 3rd and short. Remember when he got Stills loose on the, he hit Stills for the breakaway touchdown.
Right.
And that was 54 yards, and that's 7-0. It looked like an aggressive play, but it may have been just Deshaun going for the aggressive route of
they blew it because everybody was looking for the screens.
They were, but I don't know what the play call. I don't know if it was a bubble screen to get the first down.
Right.
They threw it on the first play of the game to D-Hop, and he got like 2 yards, 1 yard. Okay, so then you get the block punt, and it's 14-0, and then Tyreek muffs the punt, and it's 21-0, and then Kansas City, my homeboy, goes 3 and out. And that stadium is getting really quiet.
Thank you.
And here comes Deshaun again, and he converts a 3rd and 11 to D-Hop for 15 yards. And then he hits Stills for 15 more yards, and all of a sudden, you get it all the way down to 4th and 1 at the 13. And Bill O'Brien looks like he's going to go for it, and then he calls timeout. That was actually his 2nd straight timeout because they called one on the play before. So now you got a whole timeout to think about this, and he chokes because...
Oh, you would have went for it.
Well, obviously, I tweeted that I would have gone for that because it's a quote-unquote, it's the kill shot. It's the final nail. You've been playing aggressively the whole game. Now put them away. And again, we'll never know, but I believe if they had cashed that in for 7 points instead of 4, if you get it to 28, remember, the Chiefs were 1-7 in their last 8 home playoff games. They were 1-7. Well, you don't think those players are aware that over time they've been 1-7 at home?
I don't know if the players are aware, but I know who are aware of that. The fans,
They are.
The people in the stands are well aware.
I think Andy Reid's aware of it.
Oh, yeah.
And so if you put that kind of pressure on them, I think they, lose heart. It's like 28-0. It just feels different because if he kept his foot on the gas and showed you, I'm going to play to win and not play to lose, and you cash 28-0, And what was his explanation of it, his defense of it? Bill O'Brien said, I didn't have a great play call for 4th and 1. What are you talking about? You have Deshaun Watson. I don't care what you call. Just snap it to him and let him make a play. Let him just roll right. I don't know. How many times do you see him just roll right and make a play?
Well, Skip, even if they go for it on 4th down and they get it, let me tell you why Kansas City still believes they have a chance to win. Because it wasn't what the Texans defense was doing. It wasn't like they were sacking Mahomes. It wasn't like they were all over the receivers. Patrick Mahomes probably gathered them. Andy Reid's like, guys, think about it. We dropped 3 third downs.
Okay.
We muffed the punt. We got a punt blocked.
Okay, but now you're making the case you have to keep going for it, because how had you seen the game evolve up to that point?
Right.
Lots of drops, a muff punt, a block punt.
Right.
And what had you seen so far? You saw that Lonnie Johnson Jr., a rookie, he's a second rounder out of Kentucky, but he is a rookie. You had him on Travis Kelce the whole game, mostly in single coverage. He got a little help in the second half. He could not even come within the area code of Travis Kelce.
No.
Travis Kelce could do whatever he wanted to. And obviously, Travis, he's a big corner, is Lonnie Johnson, but still, Kelce.
But Kelce's 6'5", 260.
That's what I'm saying. And listen, I've said, I know Kittle is really great, and you said, well, now he's the best tight end. And maybe if you throw in blocking, I'll definitely give you Kittle.
Yes.
But in this case, this guy is the most acrobatic, athletic, gymnastic catcher of the football as a tight end that we've seen. It's
He's
beyond
smooth.
Gronk.
He's smooth.
He is a wide receiver playing tight end.
Yeah.
And he can go up and the body control, the body lean, the hands. No tight end has better hands than this guy.
No.